We know what has happened. Yesterday we had sad news of a great loss of one of our featured stars. The player that we were looking forward for him to perform at the greater stage. So we'll observe the moment of silence for our fallen hero, Jaden Adams. As soon as the teams are done with their photos, they will then gather around the center and then we'll observe the moment of silence for our player, Jaden Adams. You can play for now, chat, as soon as we would then announce when we are about to do the moment of silence. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to all fans, if you all stand at the sign of respect and observe a moment of silence for our fallen hero, Mr. Jaden Adams. Thank you so much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the action. It's round 5 here in the Hollywoodbets Super League. And this one bringing us a match between Richmond United ladies going toe-to-toe against Stellenbosch FC. Two sides that find themselves struggling in the super era of the Hollywoodbets Super League. Richmond United currently sitting in 6th place and Stellenbosch FC sitting in 8th place. They'll be looking to climb the ladder. One team with 3 points, the other still searching for their first set of points. If you've just joined us, it's going to be an interesting tussle between these two sides.
At 12 o'clock, it is
A 9 a.m. start awaits us between these two sides. Stellenbosch FC have played 4, have not managed to win a game. Neither have they drawn. They've lost their 4 games, conceded 8, and have managed to score just the 1 goal, sitting in 8th position with 0 points. Richmond United, on the other hand, have managed to get themselves a victory against the Diepkloof ladies, managing to win that one 2-1, but unfortunately going down to the TS Galaxy Queens, Mamelodi Sundowns, as well as Copperbelt in their opening fixture. They managed to score themselves 3 goals in this competition, conceded 10, and have gathered themselves 3 points. Some players to watch out. Zoe de Kock at the top will be somebody that we need to look out for. It's the number 23. You can see on this near side in white. We'll have to be careful of her. And of course, for Stellenbosch FC, Jay Jones, the only player for Stellenbosch FC who has managed to score a goal in this competition. As we get things underway here at the Mpumalanga Stadium, not to be confused, of course, we are in KZN in Hammersdale. As things get underway in the all-white strip, Richmond United playing from right to left on your screen. And in the maroon and black will be the side from the Winelands. As we see an early injury here in this game, I'm not 100% sure what happened. Just seemed to go over herself there. And the medics having to have an early start to this game. This is worrying signs here for Stellenbosch FC. And it's not what they would have wanted so early on in this game. Well, just being shepherded off. Luckily now she's managing to support her own weight as we get things back underway. Richmond United trying to get into the area. A little bit of a fumble. Referee for today, Bomkazi Kleba, adjudicating that no foul was committed on the goalkeeper on that occasion. And Stellenbosch now charging down the left-hand channel. They've only managed to score 1 goal in this competition. It's a 50-50 ball between goalkeeper and striker. Bomkazi Kleba is going to have to make a decision here. Both players looking a little bit uncomfortable at the moment. The ball was loose. Goalkeeper Dinewo Kabai tried to make herself as big as possible and get to the ball. Unfortunately, both players missing the ball. And the medics have had to work overtime here really early on in this game. A couple of players are going down. Well, our match officials are for the day. Referee Bomkazi Kleba, who's had a little bit of work to do in the first 3 minutes of this game, will be assisted by Samkelo Ngwane as well as Cynthia Dick. The fourth official, Dinewo Rachweni, will be the fourth official, and the match will be commissioned by Monseng Akola. As we see a slow start to this game, a couple of injuries early on. We saw that collision between Dinewo Kabai as well as the Stellenbosch striker. And I'll tell you what, Coach Shalene Boyson won't be too happy. She's had 2 players going down in the first 3.5 minutes. And we'll be really worried. Of course, Stellenbosch FC going down to Diepkloof ladies 2-0 last week. 2-1 defeat to Copperbelt FC. a 1-0 defeat to their local rivals in the UWC, and a 3-0 defeat in their first game of this competition against the University of Pretoria. They'll be looking to change their fortunes around. Of course, Richmond United with just that one victory, as I mentioned, against the Diepkloof ladies, 2-1 in their second encounter of this competition. As we get things going again, looks like all players back up onto their feet. Richmond United just trying to move the ball around, looking for some space, trying to get around the press of the ladies from Stellenbosch FC, who managed to retain possession and now just need to try and get the ball out of traffic, which they don't manage to do so. Just playing in a really busy zone of the field. As good movement there, managing to change up, trying to get the ball up to Jay Jones, and Dineo Kabai making herself big, coming out nice and quickly on that occasion. As Captain Astria Box, who will take the leadership role for this game, can be a real problem down that right-hand channel. Takes the shot on and doesn't create too much of a problem there for Dineo Kabai. Kabai, who puts one upfield, just putting the defenders under pressure, and it's a real foot race now as Motlabi gets to it first, and decision to be made here by the referee. Penalty awarded here to Richmond United. Referee Kleba had to think about that one for a long time as Motlabi went down inside the 18 area. Manages to get her side a penalty early on in this encounter. Just leaving a foot behind in that occasion. And you can see there, Astria Box, the skipper, just having a word with the referee, talking about something that possibly happened a little bit earlier on. Bonotseho Mutlabi gets her side a penalty. And it looks like Tameng, who's going to step up. Mutlabi, of course, who's scored a goal already in this competition. Tameng lines it up. Bonolo Tameng! Beautiful strike low to the right-hand side of goalkeeper Robin Kutsia. Gives the number 36 absolutely no opportunity and makes no mistake from the spot. The defender, Bonolo Tameng, gets onto the scoreboard for the first time in this year's competition, courtesy of a penalty won by Motlabi. And Richmond United go 1-0 in the lead in this encounter within the first 7.5 minutes. Well, it's brilliant work here. Good start by the side from the Northern Cape, who have scored courtesy of their defender, and now are going to have to deal with the attacking force of Jay Jones, sole goal scorer for Stellenbosch FC. Managed to bag herself a goal against a Copperbelt in that 2-1 defeat 2 weeks ago, making history for her side. Of course, a side that is debuting this year in the Hollywoodbets Super League after winning promotion in the Cecil Western Province League in 2025. Now finds themselves playing at the highest honor, and they'll be looking to stay up in this competition for the foreseeable future. Currently, they find themselves in 8th position as could see at that time, gets a big left boot out to it, and all of a sudden Jay Jones can turn defense into attack. A foul committed just outside the area. And it's a foul that needed to happen here for Richmond United. It was a lovely break from Jay Jones and Astria Box, who seemed like they were making their way towards goal. And it looks like a yellow card will be brandished early in this game. It's been awarded to number 33, Inganati Njani, who will have to be really careful in this game. She's got herself an early yellow card. And as a defender, now you've got to really look out for your tackles. Make sure that you don't leave a foot in. Definitely the right call there from Bomkazi Qeba. It was a clean break on goal there from Astria Box as well as Jay Jones. And now an opportunity for Stellenbosch FC to equalize in the first 10 of this game. Well, here's a low look. Cool, calm and collected there from Atameng, who put that one away low to the left. Looks like Ishmael will be standing over the end of this one as Ishmael takes the shot straight into the wall. Another opportunity here, but it's well dealt with there from Adenewo Kabai. Loose in the middle of the park. Just need to bring it under control here. Trying to regain a little bit of composure here at the moment. Into the middle of the park, wins it nicely in the air and gives the through ball, and this is a good opportunity now for Stellenbosch FC. And have a look at that for a finish. Jay Jones makes history once again for a side. It's a classy finish here from the centre striker, who puts it onto the right boot, makes absolutely no mistake and gets her second goal of the competition. First goal of the game, second of the competition, and second in the history of Stellenbosch FC here in the Hollywoodbets Super League. Unbelievable work here from the number 9. She's wearing number 23, but a proper number 9 is Jay Jones. Gets in front of goals, and once she's given that much space, she's so difficult to stop. She's got pace, she's got power, and she really has an eye for goal. As a Richmond United carry on their charge now, looking to get in front. Stellenbosch FC have managed to pull this one back. And all of a sudden, we've got ourselves a game on our hands. An early penalty there, won by Mutlabi. And Jones, the goal scorer, knows exactly what she's doing in front of goals, the number 23. Scored in their defeat to Copperbelt 2 weeks ago. And now might be looking to get her side back into the game and secure their first points of the competition. Lovely ball. They need numbers inside the box now. Just making a little bit of space. Tries the shot and doesn't quite manage to get that one on target. It's a lovely strike nonetheless, putting the goalkeeper under a little bit of pressure. Well, an early substitution, and it might take us back to that earlier injury. Joanna October, number 11, will make her way off the park, and Sonika Mzingili will get herself onto the park. We saw Joanna October just struggling a little bit earlier, possibly just going over her ankle. And now, unfortunately, finds herself playing no further part in this game, does the left back. And Sonika Mzingeli will be the one who replaces her and will be looking to make an impact on this game and possibly an impact on the season, depending on the length of that injury. As Stellenbosch trying to go forward. Jones puts it on the right boot. Not sure if that was the right decision, but it's very difficult to stop a striker inside the 18-yard area from trying her luck. Captain Astria box was available towards the penalty spot. As Richmond United are rather trying to push upfield there through Pelele Adams. Moving the ball nicely. Tapala there on the left-hand side. Now Mutlabi. Won a penalty already in this game. Has shown her speed and power down this left-hand channel already. Zoe de Kock on top of it. It's going to be looking at that penalty spot is de Kock. Goal already in this competition in her 3 encounters. 5 inside the box. Looking to apply some pressure on the defense. De Kock into the box. Decides to go deep in the 18 area. Ball's loose at the moment. And another corner will have to be dealt with here by Stellenbosch FC. De Kock makes her way to the other side this time and will be looking to swing this in towards the goalkeeper. De Kock with the put in. They get up nice and high. It's a little bit scrappy inside the box. Richmond United! Stunner! Absolute stunner! What a strike there from the ladies from the Northern Cape. Absolutely no mercy. Have a look at that. It looks like number 22, Anna Mputi, who puts it onto the right boot and into the left-hand corner, giving Robin Kutsia absolutely no chance. Wow! The defenders of Richmond United have been fantastic in this game. Anna Mputi and Bonolo Mateng have been the ones who have stepped up for the side from Northern Cape and make it 2-1 in this encounter here in the Super Era division of the Hollywoodbets Super League. Well, all of a sudden they find themselves trailing due Stellenbosch FC. They trailed earlier on in this game, but a goal courtesy of Jay Jones got them right back into this game and back into the points. But all of a sudden now they find themselves chasing. Goal kick awarded here to Stellenbosch FC, and Robin Kutsia will be looking to clear her lines. Flick on. Trying to get it back upfield now. Other side from Northern Cape. Kutsia bombs one downfield. Jones, dispossessed. Trying to carry her side at the moment is Jay Jones. Lovely intercept there from Mzingeli. Richmond United are now on the ball. Just trying to move it around is Dia. Into the 18 area now they go. It's Mutlabi once again, creating real problems as Dia. All the way back they go. They're going to look to start again as Adams finds Dia. Loose inside the box and opportunity to make it 3, but isn't going to be the case this time round. A corner awarded there by Bomkazi Kleba. Let's have a look at this. It's Gia who keeps applying pressure. And ball a little bit loose inside the area there. Rousseau takes the shot on. But it's a brilliant save there from Robin Kutsia. Five in the box. Quality put in. There's an opportunity here. Tries to stab it back into the box, but just pushes that one out wide. Well, Robin Kutsia has had her fair share of action in this game. A really good save there, managing to keep Ontatile Rousseau out as Jones gives chase. Ball's loose and Jones finds herself attacking down the left-hand channel with Astria box inside the 18. Lovely strength. Chips one into a dangerous area. Jones doesn't quite manage to get the connection she wanted. It's set up nicely for her. Big tackle being put in there. Really aggressive there from Stellenbosch FC. Let's have a look at this. It's a massive tackle. Comes running from a long way away, and you can see they committed to ball and all. Gets everything. Does Tertia van Wyk. Nonetheless, a free kick awarded. Lovely head. Takes some pressure off her side. Now is Apelele Adams. Lovely finder there. Good diagonal ball. Asking for the free kick here are the ladies from Richmond. Need to get the ball down, and that's a delightful ball there to Mutlabi. Decides to go back out, and they want to restart a play here through Akona Gia. Gia goes into the middle of the park, is met with a really aggressive tackle. Gia deciding to go back. She's been in the action today as Akona Gia. As Box looking to use her pace there, but doesn't quite manage to get a hold of the ball. Ball awarded to Stellenbosch FC on this occasion. Just trying to bring it under control is Astria Box. Mutlabi showing a little bit of physicality here in this first half. She's got speed, she's got physicality. A really skillful player is the number 25. As you can see, no love lost on this near side between these players. As it looks like a Tapala and Astria Box just tussling out here on this near side. Trying to get the ball upfield. They managed to close the deficit earlier through Jay Jones, and they'll be looking to do more or less the same now and get the game to 2-2. Of course, yet to score more than one goal in a match here at Stellenbosch FC. They'll be looking to do it in this game. Richmond have only scored 2 goals in a match on one occasion against Diepkloof Ladies in their victory. Can they get past the 2-goal mark in this occasion? Deciding to go back, all the way back to Kutsia. Puts it onto the left boot and managing to find Genevieve Jafta, who loses out, and now Mutlabi. We saw what kind of pace she has earlier on in this game. Puts it into a good position, but unfortunately just goes ahead of the attacker. But they've got another opportunity to apply some pressure here to Richmond United. Unfortunately, just losing out on that left-hand side, and Stellenbosch FC now looking to turn defense into attack. Jay Jones puts the defender under some pressure. 1v1 with the goalkeeper. Jay Jones equalizes in the 26th minute. Jones, who has scored every goal for Stellenbosch FC in this campaign, makes it 3, and all of a sudden they're back in this game. Have a look at that for composure. Jade Jones, remember that name. Manages to beat Dineo Kawai and claims her 2nd goal of this encounter, her 3rd of the competition. Stellenbosch managing to get past that 1-goal barrier for the first time since they made the Hollywoodbets Super League, of course, their debut season. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And all of a sudden, they've got a little bit of a spring in their step. Real physical encounter this. As Astria box now. Well, all of a sudden, we've got ourselves a game on our hand here. Northern Cape meets the Western Cape. Stellenbosch meet Richmond United here in the Super Era division of the Hollywoodbets Super League. As Richmond once again look to get ahead in this game. You can just see the energy, the spring in their step here from Stellenbosch FC, who have scored 2 goals for the first time in their Super League era. The debutants of 2026. Mutlabi putting the defense of Stellenbosch FC under a little bit of pressure here. She's been really exciting all game. And she'll be disappointed if she leaves this one without another goal or assist. She could be the game changer for her side. Bonatseho Mutlabi. Well, let's have a little look at this. This is brilliant. Astria box just managing to find Michelle Khan, who maybe just needed to put a little bit more curl onto that one. Get it closer to Jay Jones as she looks for her hat-trick in this game. And her 4th goal of the competition currently sits on 3. 100% of goals scored by Stellenbosch FC have been scored by Jay Jones, who takes a sip of water. She deserves it. She's run hard for her side. She's created something out of many nothings as Richmond United keep going forward. Ball's loose at the moment. Mutlabi carries on the run. There's real trouble here for Stellenbosch FC. Lovely bit of skill as Gia tries to curl one into space, but it's well dealt with there from Ishmael, who just uses her body as a buffer to protect goalkeeper Robin Kutsia. Jones, brace scorer in this game. Starting to look a little bit leggy at the moment is Jay Jones. Box. Drops one into Jones, who uses her power to hold it up. Astria Box now. Needs to release the ball and get into a good position. Managed to score 15 goals in 2025 in the Sasol Western Cape League. Michelle Khan, who's playing on the left at the moment, managed to score 17 goals, the fifth highest and fourth highest goal scorers respectively in that campaign, where they managed to win the Sasol League after coming third the year before. 18 victories in 18 games is what it took for this side to earn promotion into the Hollywoodbets Super League. They scored 93 goals, only conceding 6 and racking up a maximum of 54 points. A dominant display in the Western Cape earns them the honors to compete in the Hollywoodbets Super League. Currently sitting in 8th in the Super Era division, they want to make sure that they stay up, as Astria Box yet to score in top flight football. Looking for her first down the right hand side. Looking for Jones once again, and this time round Khan is on the top of it, but doesn't quite manage to win a position. And working really hard on this front three. Michelle Khan on the left-hand side. Jane Jones straight down the middle, who scored 2. And Astria Box down the right, the skipper for today's encounter. Working really hard, keeping their side in this game. And putting Apelela Adams as well as the rest of the Richmond defense under serious pressure. Lovely head. Brings it down. Knocking it about nicely, and Stellenbosch FC have an opportunity now through Box. Astria Box looks for the spectacular, but is just unable to bring that one down and put Dineo Kabai under a bit of pressure. It's a lovely ball, plenty of space, asking for the offside, but nothing to it. Possibly should have used her 1v1 skills on that occasion. Mputi. Knocking it around nicely. They've been dispossessed of Richmond United, but they do get the ball back. A little bit of a mingle there. Referee on the far side has to make a decision. And just coming back from an offside position. Goalkeeper Kutsia steps up to take, pushes her team further upfield. Sitting off a little bit at the moment here are Richmond United. It's a lovely through ball, but just not on the save wavelength at the moment as Dineo Kabai clears her lines. Brings it under control. An opportunity now to go forward. And just a little bit too much, looking for Mutlabi on that occasion. Jafta. Jafta looking for the pass here, just looking for Jones once again. And she does so well to find her as Astria Box using her pace to get onto the end of that one. Can create real problems for a defensive side, can the captain. As things have just slowed down a little bit here. 2-2's the score. 4 goals in the first 35 minutes. As Jafta strolls to take the throw-in. He's more than happy just to slow things down here at the moment. You could say they're in the driver's seat as Jafta manages to win the corner for her side there. Unfortunately, Richmond United just not able to bring that one under control. Friendly bit of banter on the side here from Stellenbosch FC as Amber Edwards goes short. Training ground move. Edwards decides to go back, and opportunity now for Ismail. Gets dispossessed as the centre back. Moving it around nicely at the moment, all the way back to Robin Kutsia. Decides to go upfield looking for Jones. It looks like Edwards. Player down at the moment, but Box tries the strike. It was Jafta rather. As a referee, Kleba just assesses the situation. Looked like a bit of a collision there at the top. It might be Jones who's down at the moment. I'm just having a look to find her. It is indeed. As she shakes it off there, just colliding with the defender. As she tries to hold the ball up and allow Khan and Box to get ahead of her. Genevieve Jafta on the right-hand side has been good for her side. She's created a couple of overlaps, allowed Astria Box to play a little bit tighter, close to Jay Jones. Tertia van Wyk, of course, also playing on that right-hand side, playing nice and close in a more defensive role for her side. As Richmond United. Mutlabi gets dispossessed by Box. Dispossessed on that occasion and now by Mzingeli. Mzingeli, who seems to be playing in the middle of the park, took off Joanna October, who was the left back. So a structural change here for Stellenbosch FC. Looking to get the ball upfield. Inching up slowly. Ball comes right back. Stellenbosch FC defenders with a little bit of work to do. As we enter the last 6 minutes of this half, it's been an exciting half so far. 4 goals in it. Jay Jones contributing 2 of those. Bonolo Tameng as well as Anna Mputi are the ones who managed to get onto the scoreboard for Richmond United. Of course, Motlabi managing to win that penalty early in the game to get their first goal. Once again, trying to get the ball up. Just allowing their forwards just to hold it up as Jafta finds Box. Tries to play the little one-touch there with Tertia van Wyk. Now here's an opportunity. We've seen already Gia and Mutlabi down this left-hand side can be so dangerous. Gia just being dealt with. Have a look at this. It's a lovely ball. Manages just to keep it in, and Gia touches it forward and just gets caught there by Danae Lambert, who knew what she had to do for her side. Confirmation of the score, 2-2. It stands here at the Mpumalanga Stadium in Hammersdale, KZN. Gets it upfield. Not quite as high as she would have wanted to get it. She would have wanted to get that into a more dangerous position. Opportunity now for Richmond United just to change the momentum of the game. Seems there might be an issue with the ball at the moment. Maybe a little bit flat. What can they do from this? It's in a good position. Opportunity just to dink it over the top now for Rousseau. Ontatile Rousseau doesn't bother Robin Kutsia on that occasion, who gets that upfield. Have a look at this from Jay Jones. She gets the right side of the defender, cuts back in field, and brilliant work by the ladies in white, who know how dangerous Jay Jones can be, and working as a team just to stuff her out and stop her from getting momentum forward. It was a good read there from Jane Jones, realizing that it might go over the top of the defender and the bounce might go in her favor, which indeed it did. Opportunity now through De Kock to launch the attack forward. Jafta decides to go the safe route on this occasion. Tapala trying to find Mutlabi. Tapala and Mutlabi have been really good connecting each other in this game. Gia as well has contributed to their attacks down this left-hand channel. As once again, Stellenbosch FC just want to go forward. They might need to take a touch, put a couple of passes together, as Jones finds herself a little bit isolated, but constantly putting the defenders under pressure. It's Mputi that time, goal scorer in this game already, who's had to deal with that one. Jay Jones just needs to hold this one up and allow Astria Box and Michelle Khan to get ahead of her. As Jafta. Genevieve Jafta. Go short, maybe a little bit of miscommunication on that occasion. Astria Box not stepping up to the throw in there. Defenders once again under a little bit of pressure, but Bashira Ismail deals with that one so cool and calmly on that occasion. Drops it in. Lovely turn from Ontatile Rousseau. Has a look up, and now does Mputi. Gia. haven't been in the game have Richmond United. They haven't gone behind so far in this game. They've led the game 1-0, led the game 2-1, but haven't managed to keep Stellenbosch outside of their goal box. They haven't managed to keep Jay Jones outside of their goal box as she goes once again. Showing some strength now does Jones, who will need the support of her fellow forwards. A little bit of miscommunication inside the box. Talking about box, Astria box applies some pressure, but can't quite find the right ball. Jones might do well in some occasions, just using her 1v1 skills to try take on the defenders as a few more attackers make their way into the 18 area. As confirmation of 3 minutes of added on time here in this first half. Both of these sides will be happy with how they've played in the first half. Richmond United have gone ahead twice. But of course, Stellenbosch FC have managed to equalize twice already in this game, courtesy of their striker, Jay Jones. Van Wyk finds Jones, who's looking a little bit tired in this first 45. We've seen Jay Jones being substituted in the second half. The coach might have a little bit more of a tricky decision to make here, Shalene Boysons. We've seen Janice Smith coming on for Jay Jones. Of course, Janice Smith, who was their top goal scorer in the Western Cape division of the SAFA League, managing to score 19 goals in her 17 appearances. Second top goal scorer in that campaign. Of course, the campaign that earned them promotion into the Hollywoodbets Super League. Still in search of their first points. As it stands, this will be the first set of points for a Stellenbosch FC side that looks like they've got so much more to offer us. Currently looking to avoid a relegation, but possibly in the future will be competing in the middle of the table, and who knows, as things really get underway, they could find themselves close to the top in the coming years with the kind of quality that they've got in the side. Lovely ball, even better intercept there from Ishmael. Ishmael's been really solid in that centre-back position. Working with Danae Lambert, who's wearing the number 10 jersey. There's a couple of midfielders and strikers around the country who will be disappointed by that. But Danae Lambert managing to secure that number 10 jersey. Of course, Joanna October also donning the number 11, playing in the left-back position. It's not about what jersey you wear on the back of your back, but rather how you perform. As referee Bomkazi Qeba says she's seen more than enough in this game, or rather in this half. We go into the half-time break, 2 goals apiece. Two sides that have played a really exciting brands of footy. Richmond United are managing to go up twice in this game. Stellenbosch FC said, whatever you can do, we can do better. Jay Jones has managed to score herself a brace in this encounter with Richmond United. Looking to take all 3 points. Ladies and gentlemen, get yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, but don't go too far away. We'll be back in a little bit. As the teams get ready to get back onto the park, a very exciting first half between these two sides. Richmond United all the way from the Northern Cape up against Stellenbosch FC from the Winelands region of the Western Cape. Of course, a 2-2 is the score. If you are just joining us, Jade Jones managing to bag herself 2 games in that game, in the first half rather. And of course, goals from Anna Mputi as well as Bonolo Tamang. As we see a couple of substitutions being made here for Richmond United. Number 8, Mutau, will make her way onto the park, as well as Kisha Korki. We'll get confirmation to you of the players that have come off the park, but Relebohile Mutau makes her way onto the park, and Kisha Korki, donning the number 21 jersey, comes on to the park for Richmond United. And of course, they will be looking to create some problems in this game. And hopefully these super subs can get Richmond United ahead once more. As we see now, Dineo Kabai, who's had plenty to deal with in this game, linking up with the goal scorer Anna Mputi all the way back that time. And now Jones goes from range, but doesn't quite manage to get enough onto that one. Astria Box can't quite bring it under control, and a positive start here from Stellenbosch FC. Well, number 33 with a yellow card, Inganati Mjana, makes her way off the park. Possibly the coach just looking out for her players. Got herself a yellow card early on in the game. And there you see Mutau holding the middle of the park. Fresh legs. Driving forward, there's Mutau. Just losing out on that occasion. Tamang, goal scorer in this game already. And a free kick awarded here. Takes the shot on from range, and would have been a heart and mouth moment there for the goalkeeper Robin Kutsia, as that looked like it had a little bit of venom on it. Just didn't have the direction, unfortunately. As Stellenbosch FC try to get out of danger, they haven't quite managed to do so. Have a look at that for a pop, and all of a sudden it looks like take your chances was the word from Coach Seal. Well, Relebohile Mutau seems to have slotted into that right forward position, as you can just see there. Number 21, Kisha Korki. Somewhat in the middle of the park at the moment. It seems we've managed to find the flat ball again. There's one roaming around at the moment. We'll have to get that one off the park as we get things right back to action here. Kabai. Monstrous kick there from Kabai. Looking for Jade Jones once more as Box trying to get go forward for her side. It's a foot race to the ball, won by Richmond United. And have a look at the pace here on the left-hand side. Cuts back in, 2 in the box. And possibly has just done herself a little bit of discomfort. Looks like Mutlabi, who created real problems in the first half, won a penalty for her side earlier on for Richmond United to go up 1-0. Seems to be in a great level of discomfort. Although want her to be on the park. She's been a really instrumental player for the side from Northern Cape at the moment. Mputi scored a goal already in this game. Lovely goal it was indeed. They've been dangerous from the corners, have Richmond United. They've scored from a penalty as well as a corner. Whilst the 2 goals from Stellenbosch FC came from open play. Brilliant 1v1 skills from Jay Jones to beat Dineo Kabai. As Dameng tries to get that one right back into the box. Radebe does well, does the skipper, to retain a bit of possession as they find some space on the right. Dameng just loses a little bit of balance on the cross. Possibly had the opportunity just to pull that one back. Box. Once again, just trying to get the ball up to Jones, who will almost certainly look to just hold it up. Well, a quick reminder for viewers that this match is being captured by AI-powered camera technology. Without systems like this, many matches at this level simply wouldn't be televised at all. Thanks to AI Sport Africa and a SAFA collaboration, we are bringing games to supporters that historically would never have had coverage. And of course, all games being covered either through the SABC Plus app, SABC Sport, or of course the Hollywoodbets Super League YouTube page. So catch all the action throughout the season as Mputi just being put under pressure here by Jones, who is looking to win the ball back, and she does so well there. Whilst we mentioned that, production brought to you by PlayStream Network, play analytics powered by AI Sports Africa. And of course, SAFA has taken steps to fully professionalize the league and assist Banyana coaches and ladies prepare for upcoming tournaments. Week 5 being the last week before preparations for WAFCON get underway. Plenty of talent as we see now the run forward. A really important tackle being made, the last-ditch tackle by Danae Lambert. Of course, WAFCON around the corner. Olympic qualifications a little bit later on, and then we go 7 weeks back-to-back from the end of August all the way into November. Plenty of action will be brought to you here in the Hollywoodbets Super League as teams look for championships as well as look at avoiding a relegation. Bottom 2 sides, one from each division. The Super Era and the Super Eyes will go down. And of course, a promotion from the regional leagues as we've managed to find the flat ball again. 2 sides will be promoted from the Sasol regional divisions into the Super League. Of course, Stellenbosch FC, debutants coming from the Western Cape Sasol League, managing to win it in 2025 after coming third in 2024. As we see now, the break is good from Box. Uses her skills. Managing just to try and get past Bonolo Tameng on that occasion. But Tameng does really well. Looks like both of these sides will be looking to collect 1 point apiece here, unless a bit of brilliance can be brought to the table. Two sides who find themselves at the bottom of the Super Era division at the moment, looking to climb into midfield, avoid a relegation, of course. Edwards going all the way back to Ishmael. Edwards seems to have slotted into the left back position. Mzingele, of course, who replaced Juano October, who was the left back, into the midfield. So really diverse is the number 6, able to play all over the park as it seems, and there might be a little bit of trouble here, but dealt with really well on that occasion by Apelele Adams. So as it stands here, a victory for Stellenbosch FC would bring them level on points with Diepkloof Ladies. However, points difference would keep Diepkloof Ladies ahead unless they manage to score a deficit of 3 goals in this game. Richmond United with a victory could pull away from the Diepkloof Ladies and indeed get themselves into a position where they hold the 5th spot until UWC play their game a little bit later on. Just the 1 point separating those two sides. So plenty of permutations, plenty to play for here in the Hollywoodbets Super Era division of the Super League. It's a hopeful strike there from Mutlabi, who tries to take Robin Kutsia on, but unsuccessfully so. Tameng just dealing with Jones at the moment. They're doing everything they can to stop the striker. He's got 100% of goals for Stellenbosch FC at the moment. Adams. Kabai. Just realigning at the moment. Adams and Mputi holding the middle of the park at the moment. They've done well for their side. They've conceded 2 goals, unfortunately, courtesy of Jay Jones. But they've protected Dineo Kabai pretty well in this game. As Adams charges forward, managing to find substitute Modao, who seems to have now slotted into the midfield. She's playing in the right wing position, but drops in really deep to come and fetch the ball. There she is as Tameng, playing in the right half position at the moment. You can see just really tucking in, something we've seen in the Premier League, the English Premier League so much. The right back tucking in almost into a central defensive midfield position. It's Jones. Needs to just hold the ball up. That's exactly what she needed. But unfortunately wasn't able to get the through ball away. Still using her strength as Jay Jones at the moment. Huge tackle in the middle of the park. It's an opportunity once more here for Tameng to go forward. Scored a goal from the spot already in this game. Now Box has an opportunity now, looking for her attackers. Beats one, gets it into a good position, and Stellenbosch FC thought they had a chance. Jones takes the shot on and will get her side a corner. It was a golden opportunity from the ladies from the Winelands. Box gets it into a commanding position, unable to get it out from underneath the feet of Michelle Khan. They'll be disappointed, will the Sasol champions of the Western Cape Division of 2025. 4 in the box. Gets it close to the goalkeeper. Another corner. Dineo Kabai's heart would have been in her mouth. That's a really quality put in there. Now an opportunity for Michelle Khan to trouble the defenses of Richmond United. Khan into a good position, and this time round Dineo Kabai makes absolutely sure as she tries to turn defense into attack. Lovely work there from Lambert. Kutsia. Dia. All the way back they go. Adams. Finds Dameng. Lovely ball there. Good diagonal ball. But the captain Astria Box with some defensive duties to adhere to. Doesn't only want to score goals, she wants to keep her side in the game. Dameng close to the goalkeeper. This is a good opportunity. Goalkeeper off her line. And Richmond United miss a golden opportunity to put it in the back of the net. But the assistant referee on the near side says offsides. Dameng puts it into a commanding position. Loads of pressure being applied there by the attackers. And a golden opportunity had Robin Kutsia two-stepping inside the 18 area. Kutsia looking to get it upfield. It's returned with some power. Mutlabi making a nuisance of herself. Body's on the floor at the moment, but Richmond United retain possession, and this is a good chance. Puts it into a lovely area. Just a little bit too heavy there for Mutau. Takes the shot on. And that wasn't a bad strike, I'll tell you what. It was Bonolo Dameng. Just a little bit too heavy here from Mutau. Puts it back, and just have a look at this. Dameng needs that one just to curl back in a little bit more. Unfortunately goes the wrong side of the upright. As Kutsia clears her lines. All of a sudden, Richmond United Football Club have found a bit of a spring in their step. As I say that, once again, Stellenbosch FC looking for Jay Jones, who has found a little bit of energy and putting serious pressure on Dineo Kabai, who's forced to clear the ball towards the sidelines. Edwards, who now falls into the left back position. Mutau charging forward. Mutau coming on in the 45th minute of the game. So plenty of fresh legs for the midfielder. It's about that time of the day. We've seen a couple of substitutions. Stellenbosch FC have introduced Sonika Nzingeli into the middle of the park. Of course, Richmond United have welcomed Keisha Korki as well as Lebu Khile Mutau. Edwards Started in the middle of the park, now finds herself at left back. Tameng clears her lines. They don't want to be playing in this side of the field, do Richmond United. They would much prefer the other. Box. Puts her body on the line as the captain. Looking for their first victory in the Hollywoodbets Super League. Would be under the leadership of Astria Box. Awarded to Stellenbosch FC. You can see the dismay on some of the faces of the Richmond United ladies. As Edwards. Straight down the line it goes. Just allowing for Rousseau to turn on that occasion. No foul, says referee Kleber. All the way back it goes to Kutsia. He decides to go straight down the middle of the park. That might well have worked. It was the flick on there from Van Wyk that maybe caught Jay Jones off guard a little bit. They do have plenty of firepower in the shed. There's confirmation of the score at 65 minutes. 2-2 is how it stands. Richmond United have gone ahead on both occasions. But Stellenbosch FC have had what it takes to get themselves back into the game. And could we see Stellenbosch FC going ahead for the first time in this game? Jay Jones just being put under a little bit of pressure there. Loses out on possession. And commits the foul there on centre back Anna Mputi. Well, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, we saw Janice Smith make her way onto the park for Jay Jones in pass encounters. Janice Smith with 19 goals in her 17 games in the Sasol Western Cape Division. Top goal scorer for her side. Second top goal scorer in their campaign to gain promotion into the Hollywoodbets Super League. As Tameng gives chase. Fighting for the ball at the moment. Once again, another decision by Kleber and her team. Mutau on that occasion, just giving it a little bit too much as Jones down the left-hand side manages to beat a defender. Box might have done well just bringing that down. Edwards starting to find a little bit of momentum here as just fighting for the ball in the middle of the park. Mutau boots it upfield there, does Kurki, and wow, hearts and mouth here. There was a little bit of a mistake there at the back, and they just need to be careful. Have a look at this. Gets it over the top. Just needed a little bit more power onto the end of it to get it over the top of the goalie. Would have been a beautiful strike there. Just a miscommunication maybe between goalkeeper and centre back. Not sure if goalkeeper Robin Kutsia needed to come out to that one. Danae Lambert could have met. As they keep driving forward now. The through ball was on Astria Box. Manages to bring it under control. Box hits the post. Has a second opportunity and doesn't quite manage to put it in the back of the net. Oh, wow. Offside was the call, unfortunately, so it wouldn't have counted. But they're showing exactly what they can do at the moment, Stellenbosch FC, as they look for their first set of points in this competition. Astria Box says, I'm not going to leave it all to Jones, but Mutau. Play on, says referee Keba, as Box beats one. Trying to beat another, trying to get it to Khan, but unable to do so. As we enter the last 20 minutes of this game, a really exciting game. Still going forward are Richmond United. The shot is on! Oh, yes! Wonderful! Absolutely wonderful! It's a shot from range that's going to contest for the goal of the season. Pulls it back in beautifully. It might be on Tatile Rousseau, who puts it onto the left boot. What a strike from Richmond United. Ho, 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 ho. Unreal. Here in the Hollywoodbets Super League, Richmond United, who have been put under considerable pressure, all of a sudden find themselves in the lead. Jones. Oh, can you believe it? On the left boot. Just needed to put her foot through that one and beat the keeper on the near post, but was unable to do so. Wow, wow, wow. Jay Jones, who's found the back of the net twice already in this game. Needed a little bit more power behind that to get it past the gloves of Dineo Kabai. It's a beautiful run in between the left back and centre back of Richmond United. And almost after scoring a goal, Richmond United nearly going down again. It's a high-scoring game at the moment, this, between Richmond United and Stellenbosch FC. We've had 4 different goal scorers, 5 goals. Only the one separating the two sides at the moment. Flick on from Box. Kabai that time deciding to put it onto the chest before making the catch, which might not have been the right decision. As Norris tries to bring it down in midfield. Foul awarded to Stellenbosch FC. Who historically will believe that they can get back into the game, as Jafta loses out. Lambert under considerable pressure there, but manages to get the throw in. Once again, Stellenbosch FC have the throw-in and have possession, more importantly. An opportunity for them to go forward. Ball in the air, just need to bring it under control. Showing a bit of physicality there, does Gia. Ishmael finds Edwards, who looks to find Norris out to Box. Clears her lines. There does Adams. Zingile on that occasion trying to find a little bit of space. Doesn't manage to do so. Jafta. Ball in the air. needs to be brought under control here. You can see the aerial battle won that time round by Stellenbosch FC. Foul awarded there by referee Kleber. Just trying to bring the game under control, and the medics will have some work to do. While a substitution will be made here, Alvina Nwanso Ino makes her way onto the park, replacing Zenise Norris. Will be interesting to see structurally what happens here. Alvina Nwanso Ino normally plays as an outside back. Edwards might find herself back in the middle of the park, and we'll get confirmation of that in a little bit. But second substitute of the day here, and it's a little bit messy inside the box. Jones comes out. Jones still has an opportunity to pull it back, but only manages to pull it back to the goalkeeper. And offside is the call by the assistant ref on the far side. Wow. Exciting times here with 15 minutes to be played in this game. Both of these sides will think that they are still in with a shot. And indeed they are. Richmond United have to maintain this lead to collect the 3 points. However, Stellenbosch FC will want to work their way right back into this game and potentially get themselves a point. Jafta. Under a bit of pressure at the moment there, Jafta. Nwanso we know seems to have slotted into that right back position. Or at least on the outside right hand side. As that one gets pumped forward and just gives Mutau something to chase as Astria box. Gives the ball away there straight to Adams. Putting together a couple of passes. And now it's going to be a foot race to the ball, but really well dealt with there by Robin Kutsia. And a 2-goal buffer would be all that they want here at the moment. Richmond United not out of trouble at the moment. As Radebe thought that she had the diagonal ball on, but possibly just had a little bit too much on it. Beats one. Through balls on, but unfortunately just a little bit too much for Mutau to deal with as Edwards does really well there to get out of a sticky situation still. Mutau. Now to Rousseau, who decides to take the shot. It wasn't the worst option, but it was dealt with there by Robin Kutsia. Box misses out on the header. Possession retained, however, by Stellenbosch FC through Tertia van Wyk, who does really well on that occasion. Just throwing possession away to Stellenbosch FC, who unfortunately have all the chasing to do as Dineo Kabai shows us her skill and is more than happy to slow this game down. Game management will be the key here for Seals troops. As Kabai puts it upfield, putting the defenses of Stellenbosch FC under a bit of pressure, who are now on the ball. And I'll tell you what, Astria Box may have just snuck her way around the back, but Dineo Kabai dealing with that situation well with experience. Danae Lambert seemed to be under a little bit of discomfort as Tsepiso Radebe, the captain, just looking after the middle of the park at the moment. Tia works the ball into the middle of the park for Korki, who decides to go long but only manages to find Robin Kutsia. It's Edwards. Pops it over, looking for Jones. Jones now on the ball can be so dangerous. She's got so much strength and has the opportunity to thread one through. Does exactly that to Khan. Takes the shot, does Khan. But can't quite beat Kabai on that inside post. Jones seems to be holding something just behind her knee. Edwards goes back, but just puts Kutsia under a little bit of pressure. Kutsia deciding to go for the safe option and just dink it over the sideline. As we have another substitution. Well, goal scorer Untatile Rousseau will make her way off the park after scoring what was quite literally my goal of the game. Contender for goal of the season from Rousseau will be replaced by Asemahle Nziwa, wearing the number 24 jersey. 8 minutes to run hard here for Nziwa. Can she be the difference as Mutlabi manages to be the defender, but unfortunately can't bring that one under control. Kutsia. Richmond United slowing it right down as Tameng. Seems to have been fouled there. Nothing to it, says the referee. As Kutsia clears her lines. Skips over it. Just knows that Jay Jones is starting to struggle a little bit here with fitness. Don't think I've seen Jones play a full 90 minutes. She normally makes her impact in the first 65 to 70. This time round, Coach Boyson's deciding to keep her on the park, a real impact player as she looks for her hat-trick. Break and play here. as the referee gets things back under control. Just a little bit over 6 minutes to be played in normal time in this game. 3-2 is the score. An exciting first half with 4 goals are coming from there. Just the one in the second, but both of these sides have kept us on the edge of our seats. It's not over yet as Richmond United try and put this one away through Dameng. Has to deal with Edwards. Edwards decides to go long, looking for Khan on that occasion. Gorky, lovely dink back. Mziwa, that's a lovely ball now for Mutlabi. Gorky looks for some quality, dealt with by Ismail. Jones trying to hold it up once again and manages to do well. There's a ball on here now for Michelle Khan. Was important for them last season to get promotion as Michelle Khan gets it to Box. Box trying to put it onto the left foot. Might have been better off swinging with the left. You can just see here Michelle Khan uses the change of pace just to get it past Mputi. And trying to work it with the right foot does the captain. But might have done better just swinging that left foot across the ball. As Edwards finds Ishmael. Good go forward ball here from the 2 defenders. And offside is the call by the assistant referee on the far side. Just not dropping back quickly enough does Ember Edwards rather. Now she looks for the connection with Bashira Ishmael. Four minutes. 1 goal separates these 2 sides. 5 goals already in this game. More goals for both of these sides than they've scored all season. Richmond United's current best was 2 goals against Diepkloof Ladies. And Stellenbosch's previous best was 1 goal against Copperbelts. So we can just see these 2 sides really coming into their own, finding a bit of momentum and finding the back of the net as Edwards finds Box. Falling to Adams, who does well to deal with it. And once again, trying to get it in behind the defenders. Plenty of white shirts going forward here for Mziwa, who manages to find the through ball. Wouldn't have counted. The assistant referee on this near side says you've gained an unfair advantage. It's tight. It's very tight. Would have been interesting to see that one with a couple of lines drawn across the field. Nonetheless, 3-2 is the score as Jones looks to create problems once again, and Anna Mputi deciding to just go the safe route on this occasion. Ball loose at the moment. Mutau. Lovely ball. Allowing for some go forward for Mutlabi. You can see some tired legs on the field as Mziwa fights for the ball. Player down at the moment for Stellenbosch. It looks like Jafta. Genevieve Jafta, who's been really good on the right-hand side for her side. Kutsia. Going upfield on this occasion. Mziwa, fresh legs. Jones, offsides. Not from the correct spot, says the AR on the far side. gaining a considerable advantage. They'll be happy with this. Will Richmond United? 1 minute to be played. We'll get confirmation of how much added on time will be played in this game. Well, if I was Jay Jones, I would just let them play. She's allowing time to run out here as the striker. Mputi deciding to go for safety and under real pressure at the moment. Jones, can she create some magic? They're looking for their first points of the season. Edwards, lovely skills. Moving the ball around nicely as Van Wyk takes the shot on. Needed the direction to be a little bit better. Just starting to panic at the moment, or Stellenbosch FC. It's a beautiful bit of skill there from Edwards, who might have done well just to find Khan, who had acres of space.
Additional time, 4 minutes to the end.
4 minutes of additional time. Confirmation from the stadium announcer. Plenty of time for either of these sides to either salvage the game or extend the lead. Trying to get it up, felt there, Mzingele. Plenty of time, just the 30 seconds played here in added on time. A lot can happen in 3.5 minutes. As Stellenbosch looking to get themselves a point, but they may have got themselves in trouble now. This is a good opportunity for Richmond to put the game away! Oh, yes! Spectacular! A mistake from Stellenbosch FC puts a nail into the back of the coffin. But have a look at that finish. Absolute class from Richmond United, who make no mistake in putting this game to bed and collecting all 3 points here in the Super Era division of the Hollywoodbets Super League. It's Ponotseho Mutlabi, who's been fantastic all game long and continues to do so when added on time. The number 25, who won her side a penalty early on in this game to get them in front, now puts the nail into the coffin and makes it 4-2 for her side. And Stellenbosch FC, who have fought so hard in this game, have the wind knocked right out of their sails. A brave performance by the debutants, the SAFA champions of Western Cape in 2025. Thought that they may have had some points against the SAFA champions of the Northern Cape division of 2018. A side who is playing their 7th year in the Hollywoodbets Super League since 2019-2020. Trying to get up to the glory days of 2022, where they managed to come a seventh rather. She needed just to give this ball square, but puts too much onto the end of it, and Jay Jones unable to pull it back in. That was the goal they needed to really put Richmond United under pressure, but missing out on the opportunity to bring this game within 1. And the referee, Bomkazi Keba, says she's seen more than enough in this game. The Super Era division of the Hollywoodbets Super League ends 4-2 to Richmond United. Stellenbosch FC with a brave effort, 2 goals courtesy of Jay Jones. There's confirmation of the score. It was early goals through defenders Anna Mputi rather and Bonolo Tameng, who managed to score 2 goals to get their side ahead in the first half. Jay Jones said, whatever you can do, I can do better. And she managed to bag 2 goals of her own. But unfortunately, Untatile Rousseau, with an absolute stunner from range, managed to get her team ahead in the second half. And Ponotejo Mutlabi, who was a fantastic all game long, made it a 4-2 in this game. A really physical game. 7 fouls to 5. 3 corners apiece for both of these sides. 5 offsides for Stellenbosch FC as they try to get a little bit higher than the defences of the Richmond United Football Club. 8 shots on target for the side from the Northern Cape versus the 5 of Stellenbosch FC. A yellow card awarded to Inganati Mjana, the number 33, who was substituted in the first half. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. My name's Manny Sakhale, and don't go too far away. There's still plenty of action to be brought to you right here in the Hollywoodbets Super League, as the player of the match, rather, awarded to Anna Mputi. Well, it's been a pleasure, and we'll see you on the other side.